Welcome. It's your boy, the double champ. Welcome, folks, to UTR Presents House of the Podcast. It's me, the Warhawk Carlito, here to talk some dragons with you this beautiful Sunday afternoon. Thank you for all those who are joining me. Thank you for those who will be joining. So let's get it. Last week, unfortunately, I was not able to attend the show, and I know you guys missed me. Well, guess what? Damn it, I'm here, and I'm gonna be joined soon by a couple of other knuckleheads. But while we do, let's do a quick little recap of what happened the week before. All right, so we basically started off this week with old school Game of Thrones style. And the reason why I say old school Game of Thrones style is because back in the original series, Game of Thrones, they pretty much started off with a goddamn beheading, somebody getting stabbed up, somebody cursing each other out. And that's what we get right now. We start off with the Blackwoods and the Breckons beefing with each other over some grass that the cows can graze on. Now, may seem simple, may seem little, but of course, back in those times, you want to hold on to your spot. So he tells the Brecken, he said, put the boundary stones back. He said, yo, like I moved those or whatever. So they start arguing back and forth. And then as the Brecken is walking away, he says something. And it's pretty much a trigger word. Almost as bad as Craven. Kinslayer. Then he pronounces to say, oh, your father has bended the knee to a baby killer. Pretty much the Breckons are with Aegon while the Blackwoods are with Rhaenyra. And pretty much them arguing. Your man says, yo, your man pulls out a sword on him. He says, yo, pretty much calls him a punk. Says, you wouldn't dare do this. You wouldn't dare. Next thing we know, we see everybody dead. Everybody dead. Not one person, not two people. We see damn near hundreds of thousands of people are dead. Pretty much the Blackhearts and the Blackwoods went to war with each other over this. But we find out later on that they've always had beef with each other. So it's not so much just based upon this particular war. They just pretty much needed a reason to do. We also see in the beginning scenes Queen Rhaenyra. I was almost going to offend her grace and call her princess. Queen Rhaenyra burying Sir Eric and Sir Eric. And while she's doing that, her son is saying, he sullies the grave of his brother because he was a traitor. And Rhaenyra pretty much tells him, yo, you can't fault the man for, sticking to his oath. You really can't fault him for sticking to his oath. You know what I mean? So he's like, yeah, but what about the people that sent him? That was, then, she kind of like pretty much shut up on that one. She was like, yeah, don't worry. We going to get them. You know what I mean? We're going to get them. Don't worry. We going to get them. And we then see Sir Cole, who has now, Sir Cole is, we've said it before, Sir Cole is the Triple H as far as opportunist and far as fucking your way up in this TV series. You know what I mean? Your man Sir Cole went from being a literal nobody to being a knight, to being a part of the most prestigious knights within the kingdom, to now being the hand to Aegon. Talk about working your way up the ladder, doing all managing to do all of this while fucking his way up the totem pole. Your man has literally shimmied his way up the totem pole via his hips. Your man's hips don't lie, and they got him a good job. I ain't mad at you for that, Sir Cole. I'm even a I ain't mad at you for that at all. At all. So Sir Cole is talking. We follow So Crow into the council meeting where we see Alicent, we see King Aegon, we see the Lannisters, we see the Citadel, we see everyone, and they're all arguing and going back and forth about when we need to start war. We need to start war right now. We need to do this. We need to do that. And Alicent is trying her best to keep a cooler head and to not pretty much blow up. She doesn't want war. That's pretty much what this is all boiling down to. She doesn't want war. At the end of the day, who does? Like, that's the thing that I always thought about too. As far as like with kingdoms and stuff like that, and back in those days, when you go through these wars or whatever, you got to think about the amount of people that you're gonna lose. Is it really worth it to go through the goddamn war like that? Like, seriously. All right, you go through this war. Let's say you go into a war with 10,000 troops, right? You go into a war. You win the war, but out of you winning the war, you lose like 2,000. So now you down 8,000. Is your army really as strong now? Like, that's how I see it. Like, the math don't math up to me sometimes. That's all I'm saying. The math don't math up to me. But who am I? And I am no one. So they sit there to derive during this council hall meeting to take over Aaron Hall as it's the largest stronghold within the Seven Kingdoms. So that way they can pretty much set stronghold there and take over the Riverlands and things of that nature. And we hear a familiar name, Lord Tully. Quick throwback, Lord Tully. If you don't remember Lord Tully, haha, the Tullys, go back and watch Game of Thrones. There you go, and you'll find out who the Tullys are. So we sit there, and as they're mentioning it, they're saying, Lord Tully's getting old and female. Like, a lot of people don't even, pay his dude no mind anymore because of how old he is. We gotta so they're like, that's perfect. We can take over it. We ain't gotta worry about it. Like I said, they're pretty much trying to go out and love this strong. So it's all out war. They're trying to get all their resources together. They're trying to make sure they're able to attack Rhaenyra on all fronts. That's the basic plan. To be able to attack Rhaenyra on all fronts. And as they're developing this plan, Aemon Aegon is just sitting there. He's sitting there listening to them devise the plan, and he's like, yes, of course, we can go to war. We can go to war. Now, the thing about it is, as we all know, Aegon has never been the most, how should I say, fearsome of the crew. Not necessarily a punk, but not necessarily the fighter that Aemond and everybody else is, you know what I mean? Which is why your man Aemond is a little whacked out. I mean, you would be too if you lost the eye and you got a piece of marble there, but it is what it is. So we now know that they want to take over Aaron Hall. Fair enough plan. As they're deriving that, and as they're I missed out on an important part. During the burial of Sir Eric and Sir Eric, you see Rhaenyra and Rhaenyra having a conversation where Rhaenyra is telling Rhaenyra, you know, if Otto Hightower were still in charge, this would have never happened. So, you know, we got to try to see if we can settle this peacefully. We got to try to see if we can settle this peacefully. If Otto Hightower was here, this would have never happened. And Rhaenyra's telling her like, "Yo, it's pretty much at war. It's almost like out of our hands." You know. Then she was like, "We'll never know what start to it." Rhaenyra says, "We'll never know what start. In time, we'll never know what pretty much starts this war." You know what I mean? Was it the killing of Luke? Was it the beheading of a child in his bed? Was it the killing of Luke? Was it the taking of Aemond's eye? Was it the, you know, there's so many different causes which could actually lead to what starts this war. And it makes Rhaenyra think, like, well, okay, how can we, you know, come make things so that it's peaceful? And she says, plain and simple, Allison. Allison is how you do it. And there's like, yo, there's hit her with the, yo, that chick lied to me. I ain't got nothing to say to her. Yo, she told me I'd make a fine queen, and yet she let her son sit up on my throne. There's nothing to say. Like, and if I was to speak to her, how would I? Which comes into an important factor later on. So now we got Rhaenyra. We got Rhaenyra telling Rhaenyra, yo, like, we got Rhaenyra telling Rhaenyra, like, yo, peace is the way to go. We got to try to maintain as much, like, nothing is more dreadful than, you know, kinsmen kin fighting each other, but nothing is more bloodier than dragons fighting. And that's the honest to God truth. Like, these things is fucking terrifying. It's a dragon. As I mentioned, the counts Aemon and his council has decided to go out and take over Harren Hall and things of that nature. Sir Cole is going to lead the charge, and Aegon wanted to go, and they all pretty much hit him with the, yeah, bro, you ain't that you ain't about that life. We gonna need you here, which pisses him off because he's like, you know, I'm as fearsome as everybody. Like, yeah, okay, yeah, we believe you, bro. We believe you. He stays. That's pretty much what they were hitting him with. The, yeah, of course, you know what I mean. We believe you. You were strong, dude. Mm-mm. 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 So they pretty much try to. So Sir Cole is going to lead a little group out there to try to take over. In the meantime, in the middle of the night, flying high above Harren Hall on his mighty dragon, we get old Daemon. Old Daemon out here doing his thing, just like, you know, because remember the last we saw Daemon, him and Rhaenyra had a little argument, and she pretty much told him like, "Yo, we found out that Daemon gave the order. Well, we all knew Daemon gave the order to, you know, do what you got to do as far as the killing of the child, things of that nature." So, you know, and remember, Daemon stormed off, and he decided he was going to resurrect the army in her name. So your man Daemon has already flown to Harren Hall in the middle of the night, and when I say got no resistance, absolutely no resistance at all. The most resistance your man got was one dude coming up to him saying, "Halt." And for that, your man got bashed in the face with the butt of the sword. Walked in, said, "I'm claiming Harren Hall for her." And your man looked up at him and said, "I suppose you are. I hereby swear oath to her queen, to the gods of the old and new. Want something to eat? We in the middle of eating." Like, absolutely no resistance. Daemon sitting there looking at him like this over the food, like, I don't know. And your man tells Daemon, yo, bro, I put up no kind of resistance. If you think you're gonna die from being poisoned by us, nah, you good. You are good. Like we are not. I am not about that life at all. I am not about that life. Not about it. Now, from there, we as we see, they have taken Daemon has taken stronghold or whatever, and we go back to pretty much King's Landing at this point. And remember, Aegon is pissed they won't let him come, so he figures he's gonna ride out on his own, you know. And Aegon is apparently named after Aegon the Conqueror, one of the greatest Targaryen kings to rule the Seven Kingdoms, you know, whole shebang. And we get Aegon now putting on his person that he's named after armor. And we get his crew, gassing him up. You know what I mean? Gassing him up like, yeah, you look good. You look good. They can't you should see what's gonna happen when they get to you. They don't know you look good, blah blah blah. And we see a familiar face. Larry Strong. Oh, before we get to that part, the reason I mentioned Larry Strong is because while at Herring Hall, Daemon mentions him because Larry Strong is now the lord of a land that pretty much should not be his. If you remember in season one, Larry's pretty much burnt his father and brothers alive. And the king of Harrenhal was pretty much telling Daemon, like, yo, don't you find it odd that they mysteriously had a fucking fire in this damp ass place? Like, we have to keep fires going. Because even in July, it's still damp as shit in here. So he pretty much tells him that, you know, Laris is not not really a part of them. He's like he has nothing. He wants nothing to do with them. He's not fucking with them or what the case may be. And that's pretty much where we're at now. I bring up Laris because as Aegon's lackeys are gassing him up, knowing damn well he gonna die if he gonna do it. Laris comes in and says, "What's going on here?" And they're like, "Oh, we're getting ready to ride out with Disgrace." And they like Laris hits him with the in a time of war and shit like that. Don't you think it's better if he don't go out there, especially knowing he's not the best of fighters? Pretty much hitting him with that. And he was like, "Yo, yo, what are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? Y'all are not, y'all are not." So, you know what? The thing about Laris is he's very manipulative. He's very conniving. He's pretty much a master of whisperers, which plays a big part later on in the series and in the original Game of Thrones, the master of whisperers. Um, he walks up to Aegon and is like, "Yo, you sure you want to go out to battle?" He cocks a story, plain and simple. He cocks a made up fictional story. Like, you sure you want to go out to battle? And that way, your mother, the High Tower, and her crew can run the kingdom while you gone? And if something were to happen to you, what you think is going to happen? They ain't going to be in charge. Throwing a little battery in my man back. Can't be mad at that. Like this is the time when a white lie helps out. And joining me, folks, Lord Jones, ruler of House Hude.
Third Warhawk Carlito. My apologies for being a few minutes late, but tis I, Lord Jones, ruler of House Uday. Good day to the chat. A good day to the dragons.
What's good, brother? We went over. You missed a good about. I've been out here talking a lot, so I was able to get through a good amount. I've been going back and forth. The part that I want your reaction on is when Daemon got to Herring Hall and said, "I'm claiming this for Queen Rhaenyra," and your man looked up at him. I suppose so, huh?
First of all,
when I said no fucking no type of
no
putting up a fight, no pushback. Your man was like, "You got it.
You know,
you got it."
You know the old saying, "I don't look like what I've been going through." That is not the case in this scenario. First of all, when Daemon gets there,
the only resistance your man get is a motherfucker saying halt. And he got bust in the face with the end of the fucking sword.
When Daemon gets there, and he's just looking around, it's like me and Red was watching. I'm like, oh my god, this shit abandoned. I'm thinking like, where the fuck is Daemon? And then it hit me. I'm like, oh, he's at Harrenhal. Harrenhal is a piece of shit.
Mm-hmm.
So he's walking around, like you said, Buzz Buddy in the back with the back of the sword. He walks in, he sees this family, the Harrenhal family, or whoever's there at the table, and they just look so defeated, just eating their food.
Bro said, "I'm here to claim," and he looked up at him and said, "No shit, Sherlock." No shit. That's pretty much what he hit him with. No shit, Sherlock. And I was telling him how Daemon was like, "Oh, he didn't want to be poisoned by their food," and your man pretty much hit him with the, "Bro, did you not see us put up no defense? Like, it is what it is."
Them motherfuckers in there are tired.
Yeah. And then the reason I mentioned that is because I'm just now at the point where Larys told the white lie to Aegon to keep his ass from going out into battle.
Yeah.
And I jumped back to that scene with Daemon at Harrenhal because at that scene, the lord of that castle told the story about how Larys ain't nobody to him no more. Oh, look who we have joining us. We have ruler of House Brewery, Sir Matty.
I have not drank since Friday. After Friday, I have not had a sip. I've been drinking nothing but water and Coke. Not cocaine, just regular Coke. But I'm here.
Thank you for joining us, Sir Matty. And like I said, during this time, while Daemon is at Harrenhal, the lord of that castle tells him, like, "Yo, don't you find it odd how Larys became the lord of his particular section? Like the fact that his father and brother mysteriously burnt in a castle that hasn't had a fire in over 100 years before that, in a damp ass place, in a place where even during the summertime we got to do extra shit to keep the fires going."
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
he pretty much is putting it in, Daemon's ear that Larys is a snake, and he wants
Yeah.
no parts of it. He wants no parts of it. And like I said, I mentioned Larys because the part of the recap that I'm at is Larys pretty much hitting Aegon with the white lie about if he goes to war, it's going to be Alicent's reasoning because she wants to take over his throne. And we know
Right.
damn
Right.
well Alicent don't want to take over his damn throne, but Aegon's stupid homies was about to let his ass fly out into the war and get killed.
And get fried.
Man,
Right? They sitting there, yeah, you look good in that shit, nigga. Ooh, you killing
you about to look good dying.
them. Right? They pretty much hitting him with the battery in his back, and he in front of the mirror, like, yeah, I'm styling. Ain't I?
modern,
Kill these folks.
in modern times, Aegon is surrounded by a whole bunch of yes men.
Yep.
That's who he's a whole bunch of yes men. And none of them got a lick of sense to say, my grace, you know you about to fuck up, right?
And here's the thing. At the council meeting, the council told him that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because he was like, I'm as fearsome as anyone out there. And they all hit him with the, of course. No, this nigga's not. Don't let him leave. Keep him here. Of course, your grace. Yeah. No, you're not riding with us.
It's literally, it's basically a continuation of last week, where it's like his granddaddy basically told him, he's like, you are an idiot. I fucking hate you. He's like, I'm tired of dealing with your dumb ass. You may be my grandson, but you stupid as shit. And then he's like, I'm just letting y'all know, he's stupid. He firing me, but he's stupid. And now
he's super stupid.
Now this next week, he want to fight again. They looking like, nah, we remember what his granddaddy said. Nah.
Right. And
he is the George H.W. Bush of kings.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And the thing about it is, like, he had these yes men around him about to get him killed, going out here in this war. Mm-hmm. Oh, a major part that I forgot to mention, because I did mention how Sir Cole, the ultimate opportunist, Triple H / Edge, fuck your boy. You know,
I was happy to see Sir Gawain. As soon as he came on the screen, he came in talking that shit instantly. Like, yeah, I don't fuck with you, Sir Kristen, just because you replaced my dad. I know you stupid too.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, I know you're stupid too. Yep. I don't like you. He is the equivalent of Shane McMahon.
No, yeah, he came in with the shits.
He came in with the shits. Like, who are you? So you the guy that replaced my dad? Yeah, fuck you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He did not care for him instantly. I'm loving the simple fact that they know that everybody is slowly starting to see Aegon is not the king, and they're trying to avoid this war because they know they're like, this war can be avoided. Like, dude, just you killed her son. You know you in the wrong. Y'all know y'all were in the wrong for that. This is a war that could be avoided, and they don't want to avoid it. Not on that side. Not on Alicent. Not on that side.
Well, the war was started, and I was telling Kitty and Mongo this. These stupid ass kids started the damn war.
Yeah.
This is all the fault of these stupid ass kids.
They started this war when they took this nigga eye.
Mm-hmm, exactly.
Between the little kids arguing and Alicent being stupid and not being able to have common sense, she's just like, oh, he said Aegon. Like, no. You don't know the details of the Song of Fire and Ice, so...
Hold on. We didn't get to that part yet, man. We didn't get to that part yet. Hold on now.
I mean, this is all one big... Everybody don't know what they're doing.
This is exactly. So, we got... Sir, I was about to mention that Alicent's brother, Sir Gawain, pops up on the scene. and he immediately hits her cold with Christian Cole with the I see you got my daddy job. I see you done fucked your way up the ladder. Well, good looking, motherfucker. I'm gonna come with you. And he's like, "Oh, we don't need no, nigga."
Allison was like, "You can take one more."
Right. She was like, "I don't care what your ass need. He going. He is going."
Because she knew
she knew it was some bullshit going down.
Right.
She knew it was some bullshit going down. Now, something that I didn't mention that it was major. Rhaenyra has asked a major task of Rhaenyra. This poor little girl. Rhaenyra is asking this little girl to not only go to Pentos where her mother died, but to raise dragons and her kids.
All right, she basically made her like. I understood why she felt
made her a surrogate mom.
I felt the way about it because I said, so you want them to be your kid's mom, and
right. She said that literally. She said, "I need you to be the mother I cannot."
And I'm like,
that's some bullshit. Talk about
and then on top of that, because I'm like, so she got to raise your kids, and you're like, well, I'll give you some dragons, but then she's like, I can't give you no fighting dragons. And I'm like, well, what the?
Right, I'm gonna give you some young dragons, and I'm gonna give you some eggs. Like, excuse me, bitch, I need protection.
Like, here's this water gun. This will protect you. I need a gun. Here's this knife. No.
Not even. She hit her with here's this water gun and these water balloons. The eggs is the water balloons. Here's these water balloons.
Okay? Pew, 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 pew.
She gave her a Roman candle and some firecrackers. That's what she gave her.
I was like, why Daemon's black kids got to? I was like, why Daemon's black kids got to go through all this? I was like, why his black daughter got to take care of these kids?
Right, this poor girl.
These little bastards. Right, the bastards.
Right, she got she. Pretty much. Actually, no. She got raised one bastard and two full-blood Targaryens.
Oh, yeah.
Right. One is Sir Cole's.
But even her sister is like, dang, they got you raising the kids? She's like, yeah, some bullshit at it.
Bullshit. It's some more bullshit.
She said, yo, listen, I know it ain't what you like it to be, but yo, you're gonna be doing some justice, yo, because we can't have all y'all little niggas dying. But
damn, make her just look on the bright side, like, hey, at least you ain't gotta be out here fighting. She's like, no, I want to fight.
And you know why?
Right. That's what she tried to hit her with. Like, yo, you ain't gotta be out here doing this shit, you know what I mean? Like, you could die. She like, I'd rather do that than babysit these little fuckers.
You know why?
Look at these stupid ass eggs.
You know why? Because they are Daemon's kids.
Right. They want to die.
They take on the personality of their daddy, Daemon.
Even their mama wasn't no hoe. Shoot, right. She died right there. She asked for that dragon to burn her up.
Right. Lady Lena, yeah, they didn't want the fucking her and Daemon. They were about the shits.
Right.
That was
at all times.
She over here talking about watch these kids. They take care of themselves. That's what she looking at. We had to take care of ourselves when our mama died. That's
bitch, you better hire a nanny. you better find some maize on the field or something. Raise these goddamn kids. I'm trying to ride a dragon. I'm trying to burn some shit.
So the person that just asked that question in the chat, I have something I need to say. To the person that just asked that question in the chat, if you feel the urge that you have to ask that question, if you ever feel that you have to ask permission to say something, then more than likely you probably shouldn't say.
I have a question. Are you Ryan Garcia?
that goes for every and any and all of us. If
you
that
out
goes
here,
for even myself, that goes for even myself. If I have to ask, would this be offensive to say? Then it's something I wouldn't say. That's all. All right. And thank you for joining us, and I hope that answers your question.
Yeah.
Now, back to dragons.
Yeah.
Back to dragons. As we were saying, they gave this poor young girl the unruly task of having to raise children, the baby dragons, and the egg. Like she can't even have a convo with nobody. Like to keep her company. And then they told her to ask Sir Reggio if he'll take her. Like, damn, they couldn't even, like, we know Sir Reggio was black just by the name.
Right.
Okay. The name alone says
this season alone has just been like, we're just gonna sprinkle in just random black people.
Right. The name alone says, that's a brother. Your man name is Reggio. Sound like an old mechanic.
Oh, Reggio. Just I just need to change the wings on that dragon real quick. It'd just be about 50 pence. That's all.
Right. You need a quick oil change.
Pack a new portion of 6-pack. That's all.
Just take me to the brothel. That's all I need. Just give me about 30 minutes in the brothel. That's all I need.
Yes, sir. So then we get so this poor girl's being tasked with this. Now, mind you, like we said, her sister is being tasked. Her sister has the fighting task. Like, yo, I need you out there to be a scout. And she does her job of being a scout.
Oh, she did. Damn.
She did her. First of all, I got something to say. I don't know what happened during the evolution of time where we lost good eyesight or whatever, but this chick is up on a dragon the same distance as a motherfucking plane is away from the ground, and she's able to see men on a horse riding by. Why don't we have eye vision like that now? Why I gotta wear contacts? Why Matt and Mike gotta have on glasses? What happened during evolution where we lost the eagle eye? What happened?
That whole part was funny as hell because Sir Christian Cole got his little get back. He looked at Sir Gawain like,
because Sir Gawain, what you call it? Because Sir Gawain kept riding off. He was like, "Yo, where you going?" He said, "Yo, I know a little inn where we can stay at, get comfy instead of sleeping on some hard floor."
So he said that. Here our ass. Like, I'm about to kill y'all. He looked at him in the forest.
Cole looked up in the air and said, "That's a moving ass cloud. Oh shit! Wait, we are exposed." And hit the trees.
They got into that forest, and Christian Cole said, looking right at him like, "Hey, thanks to him, we gotta travel by night now. We gotta stay in this forest, and wherever we do stay, it ain't about to be no ends."
Right.
He's like, "Since you compromised us."
Stupid ass. That's exactly what he hit him with. This old dumbass over here wanted to make me come out here and do this. Now we got to do, like I said, now we got to travel by night where we should be fucking sleeping. And we got to do it in the thick ass, nasty ass woods.
He's like, he's like, "Yeah, you thought I didn't know how to do my job. You out here call me a dumbass. Now who's the dumbass?"
Right. Here go Gawain. I'm in your debt. You saved my life. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
That man shitted on himself when he saw that dragon.
Yo, like I said, how did we not get the eagle eye that she got?
We all got the.
And why is she the only person with a dragon that don't know fucking Dracarys? I'd have burnt that motherfucker to the crisp.
They would have been burnt from Eagle Eye.
Soon as I seen that shit, I'd have been all in that fucking dragon ear. Dracarys. That shit would have been a machine gun of fire hitting their asses.
Well, think about this. Think about this. Her grandmama made the same goddamn mistake in season 1.
Right.
So it's like, damn, what's up with you? What's up with you Valerians? Huh?
And even she,
motherfuckers better learn the word.
Exactly.
Shit.
And even she said,
You
I mean,
know
she
the
gave
word
me
for
the
everything
reason
else.
why, because she was like, well, you didn't tell me I could engage with him. You just told me to scout. And I'm like,
She said, I didn't engage.
right.
You know, I just let the
scared
niggas
him.
know I saw them. I just
Like,
let
I
them
scared
know I saw them a little bit.
I just did a drive-by. That's all I did.
Like I said, I'd have been whispering Jakara so goddamn much in that dragon ear. It'd have been you just
would have been
fucking spitball fire of hell raining down on their asses.
Their asses would have been, man, the sun show is bright. Gone.
It sure is getting hotter down here.
Right.
Yeah. Y'all about to be barbecue nights.
They'd look like a bunch of fucking coals in a barbecue, little nuggets running out that bitch.
It would have been just like in Game of Thrones with she burnt all them niggas down.
Bro, I'm telling you that I'd have been on speed whisper. That dragon
came back with souvenirs like, job done, y'all. War averted. They did.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You would have saw Kentucky Fried Ham.
Jerk cold.
Listen. Racco Gwaine. That's what the fuck you saw. Racco Gwaine. That's
Otto would have came back like, I told y'all, you dumbass.
Otto would have bust back through the door like, guess kaboom, guess who stepped in the room?
He would have walked in there like Jerome from Martin.
I said, sir, Otto in the house.
Gotta put me on Benita Applebone.
Yeah, oh yeah. Everybody else, it would have been dead.
So now here's the thing. The funny shit. Because we kind of got on topic a little bit. We got on topic and stayed off topic. We were on Sir Larys. After Sir Larys told that beautiful white lie to save Aegon ass from dying.
Right.
Hit him with the, you know, this is a plan by your mom to get you out there so that way she could take over the throne. So Aegon now is like, you know what? Yeah. I'm not going to ride out tonight. We be going to do it another time, no.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And then the lackeys hit him with the, oh, well, you know, we got a little squire that want to get some for the first time. You know, you can roll out with us.
Right.
And Aegon like, y'all supposed to be, you know, chastity. They looked at your man like, nigga, please. They hit it with the, yeah, whatever, bro. Chastity my ass. You believe that if you want to.
Right.
So now we get to this bar where there's this man named Ulf that is like legendary around here. He walks in and everybody's like, ah. He's pretty much the mayor of Creepy Town and Red Keep. You know what I mean? The mayor of Freaky Town. Like, everybody know him. He got a story for days. And he comes to this table where these gentlemen sit down and this Dornish man is there.
Mm-hmm.
You know. Something that I forgot that my man Gwaine reminded us with. Sir Cole is Dornish.
Yeah.
I forgot that.
Yeah.
I forgot your man is from Dorne.
Mm-hmm.
So this Dornish man is sitting there, and this man named Ulf, I was ULF, Ulf, Alf, pretty much tells him that he's Balin Valerian's son.
Right.
So which would make him Aegon's uncle. The half brother to Viserys and Daemon. Now, as he's sitting there telling him this story, your man Dornish dude says, "You don't look like they asses."
Right.
Like, how I'm supposed to, look nothing like. And they're like, "Yeah, you can tell by the hair." And he's like, "I don't know. That's like, you could be." He's like, "Well, I did say I'm their half brother." Yeah, all right. And as he's saying that, Aegon and his crew come in.
And that whole time, I was like, so at what volume was these people talking? Because to me, I'm like, they talking like us. I'm like,
I thought y'all was whispering.
Right. It was talking like that was a loud ass.
In Game of Thrones, that is whispering. If they talk loud.
They're like, oh shit, here comes God. I'm like,
they talk louder than
he heard you.
Right. And he was like, well, here's your nephew. And the whole bar got quiet after he said that. Like, he ain't hear that shit.
Right.
Like, what the fuck?
You're like, huh?
Who my uncle?
Coming in.
What?
Aegon comes in and says,
he caught the tail end of that conversation.
Aegon comes in and says, drinks on the crown. Everybody, all right, this nigga cool. All right.
Right.
He cool. Let's rock. Let's keep the party going. So now they drunk. And your man Aegon tells the little virgin squire, I got the perfect place with the perfect woman for you. So now they going down to good old hooker land. Love us some good old hooker land.
Yeah.
And boy, they didn't hold back this season with the shit they showed. Your man popped back the first curtain. Somebody's soul was getting snatched. She had a mouth full of dang-a-lang. I said, well, damn.
Right.
This ain't no acting. That's a dick in her mouth. Like, yo, what? Like, that's real. You can't tell me that ain't real. She's sucking this nigga dick.
I saw a review that was talking about, they were like, between this season for House of Dragon and the season of The Boys that just came out, they're like, there is a lot of male nudity.
And as we get closer to the special woman that Aegon is telling the squire about, he's pulling back curtain after curtain after curtain.
Just interrupting just getting in everybody's business.
Bruh.
And they can't even get mad because he's the king.
Right. I've been like, bro, now we got to start over. And I ain't got no more shillings for this damn hoe. Like, they finally get to the one he wants, to the squire to see, Celeste. And who do we find there? Oh, bucket naked, one-eye Aemond. Bucket naked. And Aegon starts giving him the business. I told you that's special. You still sleeping with your first. I told you her coochie so good. My brother can have anybody when he keep coming back.
They just clowned him like, this the girl I was telling you about, man. Oh, what? You still fucking with her? What?
Right. Right. Your man, on some real shit, your man Aegon is hitting Aemond with the, bro, she's the side chick, yo. She's the jump off. I know you ain't wife the jump off, yo. What you out here doing, my guy? You can't wife the slide. That's the runner right there. We all done hit that. She smashed the homies, bro.
Right.
You can't be in there like that. So He said, well, I guess she's occupied. Your man Aemond pissed off that he got exposed. Stands up and was not expecting male frontal nudity like that there.
Me either.
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
I was saying, well, this took an interview with a vampire term.
I was like, dang, this got him. I was like, hey, shut.
Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you.
Just
A lot of guys talk a lot of shit every day, and they talk a lot of shit to females. We talk a lot of shit to our boys. It takes heart to get in front of a fucking camera, butt ass naked, knowing the entire world is going to see your meat, bro.
He went out there all soft.
Do you know how many guys, if a female come up to the average dude right now and say, pull your meat out, he's gonna be like, nah, hold on, wait, what we doing? Why I gotta do it? No dude is ready to have his meat being seen on not hard, bro. And your man did what he. Shout out to him for having that confidence and for getting that check.
It made sense.
Because I know that check was real for that scene.
Because they literally pulled up on him after he already clapped old girl's cheek. So he just sitting up there chilling.
Right.
And it's like, oh, dang, y'all really going to flame this dude. And he's just like, man, just leave me alone. Like, I felt so bad for him because it's just like, y'all really going to bother me here?
Right. This is my relaxing spot right here, bro. And you out here fucking with me. He was like, no, she's not. She's available for whoever needs her. And your man got her. He was like, there's plenty more around.
I'm just like,
damn.
I'm like, this is all down. I'm like, this back to this all this childhood beef.
Right.
Like,
And at the end of the day, the childhood beef was started by Aemond against his own fucking brother. Like, they like to say that Rhaenyra's kids used to tease Aemond because he didn't have a dragon yet, or whatever the case may be. He was like the youngest at the time. But Aemond used to be right there starting the teasing. Aegon used to be right there starting the teasing, yo. Like, he has always been the actual instigator of everything. He instigated the fight between Aemond and Luke, where Luke took his out.
Mm-hmm.
Aemond has always been the little shit. So this makes total sense on why he's still the little fucking shit doing what he does. So we get to now, excuse me. At this point, we just finished. He's sitting there clowning him or whatever. Now, remember when Rhaenyra and Rhaenyra were talking, Rhaenyra was telling Rhaenyra, yo, you got to reach out to Alicent. You got to reach out to Alicent. She's like, I ain't got nothing to say to her. She sent the Raven. I don't want to read it. Now, she finally decides to open that Raven message and sees what it says. So now Rhaenyra has a change of heart. She wants to actually meet up with Alicent to see if they can stop the bloodshed or any more bloodshed from going on. You know. And Rhaenyra knows she can't just walk into Keep's Landing without being killed. So she inquires the knowledge and the help of an old person, an old friend of the show, the White Worm. She sees the White Worm and she says, I heard you turn around to save my life. You showed mercy on me with no one else when you didn't have to. So that's why I did it. And I'm just wondering, you may want to do something for me since I saved your life. And she lays down her price. She wants to be part of the court. She wants to be part of the court.
That's how you get your karma.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
She is definitely
She getting it out the mud.
right. For real.
She ain't went from being a hoe. She like, you ain't about to just start treating me like your old hoe again. Nah, you gonna have to come and me correct.
Right. Right. She has come from literally the slums on up.
Right.
She's like, I want to be part of the court. So, but she also wants revenge on the Hightower family. Because she's still mad about what Otto did to her. You know what I mean? So when Rhaenyra is telling her, I want to meet up with Alicent and talk with her, she's like, so that way you can kill her? Or take a hostage and then kill her?
She's like, no.
Right. I just want to talk. Oh, come on, man. What's there to talk about?
Like, I see why Daemon likes you.
Right. But no, thank you.
Crazy.
She definitely hit her with the, all right, and when you find her, you gonna kill her or you gonna catch her and then kill her? What you gonna do? Like, yo, I was like, oh, nah. She's like, wilding right now.
Talk. That's what I want to do. I'm trying to avoid war. We already had a dead baby. If you don't remember that, there's a baby that had his head cut off.
And White Worm like, that's minor. We gonna talk about these high towers though. We gonna get them, right? And she's like, calm down. Let's see. Let's see if we can avoid that.
Name, though.
Right.
She's like, let's focus on talking first before we escalate to more killing. That's what she's looking. That's what she's basically telling her. I mean, she did get her to calm down. She did get her way to sneak in there, thankfully.
Right. They figured out a plan to be able to get Rhaenyra in. And at first, when I first saw it, I was like, yo, you still stick out. What the hell are you trying to sneak in? I'm like, how are you trying to? I'm sorry about that. There's another dog on my floor that's her mortal enemy. That's I am sorry about that. There's another dog on this floor that is her mortal enemy. Mind you, neither have ever seen each other. They have only talked shit about each other through these thick-ass doors and walls. Neither have never laid eyes on each other, but they are sworn enemies. When he walks by, she walks. When we walk by their apartment, he walks. They are sworn enemies. So I apologize, folks. Okay. Mind you, neither is old enough to have an enemy. They both just made a year. Okay.
She's like, fuck him.
That's exactly what it's about. And I'm like, you don't even know if he cute or not. Like, you might like him. Like, you might like him. Like, you don't even know. So, as Rhaenyra was walking in, I'm thinking to myself, you need a new outfit. Like, you talk about you can't just walk around like however. And she said you can't be looking like a queen. I'm sitting there like, when I first seen the outfit, I didn't realize she was being a nun. I thought she was just trying to be a local. I'm like, you need to get.
That's what I thought she was trying to be a local.
Right. I was like, you need to get dirtier. Like, this ain't like you sticking out. Like, how the fuck people ain't gonna know it's you? And then when I see, I'm like, oh, okay. She's going to, okay. Now it makes sense.
Right.
Woo. Yeah, because the White Worm said there's only one place where you'll see Alicent alone.
Right. And that's when Alicent goes to pray to the gods. So the one thing I do want to mention, it's very irrelevant and very just stupid, but I just want to make a point. Remember last episode where before Sir Cole got Sir Eric killed, he made a big deal about the cloak being dirty.
Yeah.
The white cloak is a sign of our period. I looked during this whole episode. Everybody white cloak, filthy as fuck.
Right.
Even Cole's filthy as fuck. Them shits is the gray clothes. And you got the
That's why I
nerve
was
to get on
telling him,
Sir
I was
Eric
like,
because management got in your ass.
right. He literally got in his ass because he got told off and then made that man get killed.
Right. Right, yo. Like, I'm looking through the whole show. I'm like, every white cloak I see look gray as shit. And he got the nerve to call out Sir Eric. Yo, you old puss ass motherfucker for that one.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I said, we sitting there and all of the, like I said, all of them are just like, I'm like, yo, what is she trying to do? What is she trying to do? And I said, oh, it's the monastery. So Rhaenyra, dressed up, walks up to Alicent where Alicent is praying and hits her with the, psst, hey, it's me. Like, there was a meme that I think that had Rhaenyra dressed up as a tree with Alicent walking by, and she goes, psst, psst, Alicent, it's me. That's exactly what Rhaenyra did. She tried to, talk to her and tell her, we don't need to take this to war. We don't need to have bloodshed. And Alicent pretty much told her, yo, it's out of my hands now.
Right.
It's too late. It's too late. And she was like, but you let your son sit on my throne. And this was a deep, deep moment right here. This where we find out there was a lot of miscommunication.
Man.
This is where we find out shit has really hit the fan on various different levels. She's like, you let your son sit on my throne, knowing it should have been me. She's like, your father changed his mind. Like, he really changed his mind. She was like, yo, I'd said in front of all of those people, you would be a fine queen. I'm not going to say that just dumb. Your pops changed his mind. So then the reality hit Rhaenyra, like, damn, he really did change his mind. Shit. So then she says, did he say my name, speak of me? And she's like, no. He only said Aegon. And Rhaenyra starts to cry. She's like, shit. Pops changed his mind and called for Aegon. And then Alicent says the rest of the line from Song and Fire. And Rhaenyra goes, wait, my father spoke to you of Song and Fire? That's only a tale that he's only told, like, quite only me, pretty much. Which is why I named my son Aegon. So basically, the one prince to come together to rule the seven kingdoms. Aegon. And this is the problem with these terms. Everybody naming their kids the same fucking name.
Exactly.
Right.
Everybody naming their kids the same name. Stop doing that. Aegon the 95th. Aegon the 113th. Aegon the 31st of the 59,000 of the 31st rank. Like, that's enough. Stop naming all your kids the same shit. There are more letters in the alphabet than the letter A. And even if you want to stay with the letter A, there are more names than Aegon with the letter A. We pretty much find out that the whole time Cerys is actually talking about his grandchild, not his actual son. So we find out there's a miscommunication from Rhaenyra thinking she's supposed to be the true person on the throne. We find out there's a miscommunication from Alicent for her not knowing the whole song and the story of Fire Eyes, not realizing he ain't talking about her Aegon. So actually the person that's supposed to be king just got sent away with his stepmama. The Pentos. Yeah. Yeah. This is some shit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I forgot to mention the part of Daemon and his wacky ass fucking dream.
Oh yeah, that creepy ass dream.
The man saw Rhaenyra when she was young, sewing the head back on, saying something to him that he knows is true. And that's why she said it to him in his dream. Here I am once again, always cleaning up your messes. Since she was young, she has always taken Daemon's side and has always cleaned up the shit that he's done that's made him the outcast.
Mm-hmm.
So he knows that's what she's trying to do right now, because killing that child was something that was not on the menu and has now tarnished her name and reputation and her claim. So she's trying to clean up that mess. Well, looks like next week we getting some fightings.
War has begun.
Yeah, war this week.
Well, this week, right? later tonight.
Yep. War.
Look like later tonight we got some more going on.
Right.
We got some dragons gonna set some fire to some motherfuckers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, somebody.
That's my whole thing. That's my whole thing right here. Like, I don't know if I would be willing to be like somebody to be in a knight or something like this. Like, how do you fight a dragon? Because remember, they got that big ass like crossbow that they got to shoot at these niggas, right?
Right.
Look how long it take them to reload that big ass arrow. You miss. Now it's gonna take you another whole 2.5, 3 minutes to reload that bitch, and
Right.
burnt up to a crisp because you got a motherfucker like me on top of a dragon going shikar, 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 shikar.
They gotta be. I don't know how they do it. Like, they gotta just be lucky on just hitting them or just wounding them. Basically, you just gotta wound them.
Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. I couldn't live in medieval times, bro. Like, there's too many variables that go on in medieval times that don't match up with my lifestyle. Number one, the use of a shower whenever I need. All right, that's number one on the hit parade. Number two, you can go into war and some shit happen, like you ain't got no arm or no leg no more, but you still alive.
And you don't have modern medicine, so you just suffer.
Right. If you get a splinter back then, oh, it's a wrap for wherever that splinter is. They cutting it off at the point.
It's gonna be infected because you don't have no way of cleaning it.
There's a lot that's going on back in these times that don't match up with Kenny's lifestyle. What you mean? I got to eat this. Don't get me wrong, I like my steaks medium, but I don't like my steaks raw. What you mean we all dipping our same nasty hands in this water, talking about we washing them? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. There's a lot of reasons why being in medieval time match up for Kenny. There's a lot of reasons why being in medieval time don't match up for Kenny. And another big thing, I'm not too big on thinking that a 13-year-old is cute. And back then, wives is like 12. I'm not big on that. I'm not big on that at all. That's not my cup of tea. I would be the weird guy that's trying to go after what's considered the wench.
Exactly.
The one that's of age that don't got a man. That'll be me. You know what I mean? There's too many things. There's too many variables that don't match up with my lifestyle. So that's why I can't be. I'm not down with that part. I'm not down with that. No. And as a man with daughters myself, I'm not down with at 12 looking at her going, it's about time you get married, huh? About time you get up out of here. Let's see if we can find you a husband. No, I'm not down with that.
Right.
I'm not. And like, I don't see too many jobs that fit my skill qualifications either out there. So I don't know what the hell I'd be doing. So yeah. And then on top of that, like I said, being a knight and there's a dragon flying around that can burn us up or eat us. I'm just gonna sit this old war on out. Warhawk Carly gonna be nice and chilling in the back.
Shit, you know another shitty job? Being a dragon keeper. Nah, being the dragon keeper, because what if that dragon, let's just say that dragon is in a shitty mood. And that dragon is hungry.
Not even. Let's just say that dragon is in a playful mood and it's playing and don't realize that it's spitting fire out its mouth as it's playing.
Exactly.
It's a dragon. It's a dragon. You know what else is a terrible job to have back then? The person who's supposed to be the rat keeper, you dead.
Yeah, you dead.
I was so offended when all of them got killed, and that's who they showed. What? That was that dead body they showed this episode we're talking.
What? I was getting ready to say that. The thing about that, at least, is they cut everybody down except for him. They figured out it was him, and they left him to be picked up. At least everybody else got to get buried, but still, they gone. They still gone. They still gone. Anything else you guys want to cover in regards to this episode?
Tonight should be the beginnings of war. Like, they did all the talking this episode. So tonight, somebody, they got to get the scrapping now.
Right. Yeah, they've done a perfect job these first 3 episodes of building to this moment.
Right.
Niggas gonna die tonight.
Right. Somebody gonna die.
They're gonna die
tonight. Lots of them. And if they don't die, somebody missing a limb. For sure.
I'm straight interrupting NXT to watch House of Dragon.
Hey. Oh. NXT? Sure. Sorry. Once it's 9 o'clock, my TV is on the Max app.
Right. I might have to log on the Peacock on this laptop or something. Or watch it on my phone.
Facts. That's exactly what's about to happen. I'm about to download that Peacock app right from my computer right now. Because that's what's about to go down.
So I can see those.
Right. Right. Well, folks, thank you once again for joining us. And don't forget, you can always follow us at facebook.com/UnderTheRingPod and twitch.tv/UnderTheRingPod. You can also find us at fingertip.com/UnderTheRingPod and also at our Linktree /UnderTheRingPod. There you'll find our handles. You'll find the man behind the boards, Greg Bush SK. So going to be on a little mini vacation, but that doesn't mean the shows are going to stop. You still going to see us, folks. Me, Rock Ribs 44, my boy, Lord, ruler of House Houday, Mr. Freshbeard, ruler of House Brewer, Sir Matty, at The Right Answer, Street Team Captain, ruler of Eldrains, Boreal Maliente, and our local correspondent of all things from the realm, Justin D. Baxley. Folks, thank you once again for joining us. It is always a pleasure. And we just going to end the show tonight. Ain't gonna be no music.